This is WISN 12 News with election coverage.
Good evening. We're breaking into programming tonight with new numbers just in on the spring election.
Yes, the big race we are tracking is the race for state Supreme Court, and the numbers are in tonight. The AP already calling this race. In fact, they called it at 8:38 tonight. The Associated Press projects Judge Chris Taylor, the liberal-backed candidate, will win this race. Let's pull up the full results. You can see, though, the vote is still coming in right now. Chris Taylor with 60% of the vote. Maria Lazar, 39%. Want to get to those campaigns now. 12 News' Kendall Keys is covering the Taylor campaign.
And she's joining us live in Madison. Kendall, right now we have 58% of the vote in. The AP calling the race. Walk us through the emotions that are happening right behind you.
Well, Dan, I have to tell you, the energy in this room right now is palpable. It's filling up behind me. You can see a packed crowd in here. Just moments ago, they were chanting Chris, 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 and cheering. Everyone here certainly seeming to celebrate what they see as a victory here tonight. We are expecting her to take the podium here any second now. They said 9 o'clock right now. We're just waiting for that. We're going to be watching this podium very closely as we expect her to take to it any second now.
Let us know once you see her take the stage, and we will come back to you here live. Kendall Keys for us in Madison covering that campaign.
All right. Thank you, Kendall. Turning now to 12 News Political Director Matt Smith joining us, covering everything we need to know. Right now, 58% is in, but we do know it's been an overperforming night for Taylor.
The Associated Press calling this early now a 20-point lead for Chris Taylor with 58% voting. We're going to highlight these blue and red so you understand who is winning what counties. As we wait for Chris Taylor to speak tonight, this solidifies and now expands the court's liberal majority from 4-3 to 5-2, securing a liberal majority now for years to come. Let's show you some counties and how this was done and how it was called so quickly. In Dane County tonight with 73% reporting, Chris Taylor with 83% of the vote in her home of Dane County, outperforming what Susan Crawford did there last year. Let's look at Waukesha County. This is Maria Lazar's home county, 54%. This is a Republican stronghold. To be honest, for a Republican to win in this county, who is not named Donald Trump, you're going to need at least 60% of the vote to win statewide. Right now, with 88%, she is at 54%. This is an interesting one. Jefferson County tonight, 97% reporting. Chris Taylor winning Jefferson County with 52% of the vote. President Trump won that county with 58%. A dramatic flip in Jefferson County, one of these key counties. Another critical county for Republicans, Ozaukee County, 42% reporting. At this hour, numbers still have to come in. Chris Taylor with 53%, Maria Lazar to 47%. If the liberal-backed candidate can win Ozaukee County, that is a major victory. Of course, there are still a lot of numbers to come in, but at this early stage in this early reporting, we are at 53-47. Another critical county is Washington County for Republicans, the Wow County. Maria Lazar coming in with 62% with 91% reporting. Brad Schimmel had 66% of Washington County, and he lost by 10 points in last year's Supreme Court election. Of course, turnout is going to be a huge question as we start to look at this map across the state. With 60% reporting, Chris Taylor maintaining her 20-point lead at this point. Still some counties to go. Another critical area we talked about earlier was the northeast part of the region. When you talk about Green Bay, Appleton, Oshkosh, let's take a look at Brown County, for example, to see where those numbers are coming in. Maria Lazar with 52%, only 29% reporting. If she had any chance of any success, she needed to win Northeast Wisconsin dramatically. That's the latest coming out of there. Outagamie County, home to Appleton, 42. Chris Taylor, 58 with 91%. Maria Lazar needed to win this county if she had any chance of statewide. Let's just take a look at Winnebago just for the fun of it, where Oshkosh is. Chris Taylor at 58%, Maria Lazar 42% with 89% reporting. Maria Lazar would have needed to win all three of those counties in all likelihood in order to compete statewide. As we now take a look at the statewide map, Chris Taylor 60%, Maria Lazar 40% with 61% reporting. Let's look at Milwaukee County. We haven't done that quite yet. Just in terms of what is coming in, Chris Taylor at 74%, Maria Lazar 26%, 75% reporting. We still have all of those absentee ballots that they're processing. It was roughly 25,000, so nothing that would make or shake the results as we sit here tonight. But just in terms of what was done last year in last year's race, Susan Crawford at 75% in Milwaukee County, so we'll see if Chris Taylor underperforms a little bit compared to what Susan Crawford did last year with 75% reporting. So guys, as we take a look at this statewide map, and you may have some questions, but this is starting to give us this first snapshot of who's performing where. We don't know turnout numbers yet, right? Like who's voting where, but we do know these results, and they're painting the stark contrast to show why there is a 20-point lead right now.
And really quickly, just to point out what you mentioned here, we know that Lazar's last campaigning event was in Brown County, where she's hitting that 52% mark. On the other hand, you have, I think we have to go to Kendall because Chris Taylor's about to take the stage. Kendall?
Let's go ahead and listen in. She's in Madison right now.
We are taking a look at the podium right now where it appears Judge Chris Taylor is about to take the podium. We are keeping a close eye on this as this room has been filling up. We've seen so many people coming here to watch this speech here. We just saw County Executive David Crowley walk in. All of these people piling into this room, anxious to see Judge Chris Taylor take the stage. We're told Chief Justice Karofsky will be introducing her. We are keeping a close eye on this podium as we anxiously await her speech here tonight.
All right, Kendall Keys for us live there in Madison tonight. We'll keep an eye on that here as we wait for Judge Chris Taylor to take the stage there in just a moment. I want to bring back in Political Director Matt Smith. Matt, we were talking about some of these overperforming counties here just a moment ago. For Chris Taylor, Dane County, she seems to be doing really well there, considering only 62% of the vote is already in so far. Yeah,
83% in Dane County of her home county. That's about on par with what Democrats have been doing. Incredible performance for Democrats in Dane County. What is notable in what we just saw and what we just heard from Kendall, the 4 liberal Supreme Court justices are there with her. The liberal majority expanding to 5-2. We heard David Crowley, a Democratic governor a Democratic candidate for governor, is there. Yes, these are nonpartisan races, but as you've seen in the campaign ads, as you saw in our debate right here Thursday night, these are falling along party lines. Republicans and conservatives backing Maria Lazar, Democrats and liberals backing Chris Taylor. A lot of folks are going to try to read tea leaves into what this may or may not mean for the November elections, for the race for governor. It may be a bit soon for that, but that conversation, I'm sure, is going to start tonight internally with the campaigns. We're now up to 63% reporting. Chris Taylor at 60%, Maria Lazar 40%. You mentioned Dane County, Blake. Let's take a look at that now. There is now 73% reporting. Chris Taylor up to 83%, Maria Lazar 17%. Sometimes you would see Republican candidates, conservative candidates in the low 20s. That's not happening here. And as we looked at the map across the state, we're seeing Maria Lazar underperform in some key significant areas where she needed to perform, like Waukesha County, her home county, where she's at 54%.